Gzzz, you already know what it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. And Jay-Z, Sean Carter, you are the topic of discussion, my G. Meek Mills, you also are the topic of discussion, my G. So let's get right into it. And it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deep in a rap when you scratching the surface. And you better know, here at Grown Man Business TV, we definitely scratching the surface. And recently, Jay-Z and Meek Mill had a bill passed. Now that's major in itself right there. The fact that they got a bill passed, that's major. But they got a bill passed banning prosecutors and the DA from using the lyrics of these drill rappers to prosecute them and possibly put them away for 100 years. 100 years, you know, they getting football numbers. And for some reason, Jay-Z and Meek Mill are stepping in front of that. They're saying, nah, we don't want you to use the lyrics, even though they're naming victims. They're naming drills, particular hits. I mean, they're literally snitching on themselves. We don't want you to be able to use that to bring justice to these families, to these victims. We'd rather you not. So again, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. And you gotta know, we definitely scratching the surface. And you gotta think to yourself, like, why would Jay-Z and Meek Mill, out of all things that they could do, out of everything that they could do to help the community, to help the village, why would they ban the prosecutors and the DA from being able to use lyrics to throw these drill rappers in jail for 100 years to life? You know, it gets deep, it gets wicked, man. You always got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors of what's really going on, what's really happening right in front of your eyes. And you came to the right place, because I got a few angles for you. You already know how we do here, man. I got multiple upon multiple of angles to approach this. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. Coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my first angle. My first angle, my G. And that's the higher-ups and the elites. Oh, you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. Don't forget the TV. Anytime we can go at the higher-ups and elites, go at their neck, or we going. And we mashing the gas and we not stopping. You already know. So the higher-ups and the elites, I've told y'all before, they've learned how to sell our community death. They've mastered how to monetize death. They've mastered how to sell our pain back to us. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be able to look through the smoke and mirrors, the higher-ups and the elites, the ones that are in control of the music business, the ones that have the chokehold on the music business. You know, they make trillions and trillions of dollars off of hip-hop alone. But when you add the death, when you add the carnage, when you add everything that hip-hop is bringing to the village, they're making trillions upon trillions on top of that. You understand? I've told y'all before, it started with Big and Pac when they started recognizing that they can tweak and sell death, sell, you know, the pain that we have in our communities back to us. And I say all that to say, that's why Jay-Z and Meek Mill, you know, they aren't higher-ups and elites. Jay-Z and Meek Mill are high on the totem pole, but they're only puppets. They're only the face that's going to be shown to us to make us and persuade the masses to move a certain way. You know, the higher-ups and the elites never show their face. They get puppets that look just like us to deliver the message. And the message is, we want this carnage, we want this violence, we want this death within your community to continue. And if we allow the DA and the prosecutors to use these lyrics against these drill rappers, oh, we throw them all away. They'd all be in jail. And if all the drill rappers and the drillers are locked up due to the lyrics that they're putting on wax, that's going to drop the money. That will affect the bottom line. And I had to say it like that because the higher ups and elites, they don't say it's going to affect the money. They say anything that will affect the bottom line has to be eliminated. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you know, if they can use the lyrics, that makes it too easy. These guys are basically snitching on themselves, throwing their self in jail. That will affect the bottom line. That will slow down the violence. That will slow down the killing. You understand what I'm saying? And we can't have that, the higher ups and elites are saying. So they grab Jay. They grab me. They start pulling the strings like Geppetto. Yeah, they start pulling the strings like Geppetto on these puppets. And they say, listen, man, you already know what to do. We're going to put you in position. You already in position, but we need you to guide the masses. And we cannot have the prosecutors using lyrics because that's going to affect the bottom line. That's going to affect the money. Yeah, they've learned how to sell death. They've learned how to sell our pain back to us and capitalize and monetize off it. I mean, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deep in rap when you scratching the surface. And you got to know, here at Grown Man Business TV, we definitely scratching the surface. I mean, at all times, keep your eyes open, especially your third eye, and your head on a swivel at all times, my G's. It gets deep. It's an ugly game. And Jay-Z and Meek Mill, I mean, you're doing it right in front of your face. They don't hide it anymore. They put the puppets right in front of you and they pull the strings. It's not, I mean, it's I don't know, man. I was mind boggled at the fact that Jay-Z and Meek Mill would pass a bill to basically make the youngins, allow the youngins to keep disrespecting the dead with no penalty, with no consequence, with no, you understand, consequences for their actions, with no accountability. That is outrageous. And big homies, OGs, grown man business would never. You have to be held accountable. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be at all times. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my second angle. My second angle, my G. And that's the backtracking. Let's backtrack. Yeah, let's go in. Let's dig deep. Let's backtrack. Now, you know, when it comes to our people becoming successful, becoming millionaires, becoming martyrs, becoming moguls, becoming billionaires, it's a price to pay for that. No black male that becomes successful leaves this game without any dirt on his shirt, without a chink in his armor, without an asterisk by any win. It has to be an asterisk in there somewhere. I mean, I could go down the list. Will Smith, Bill Cosby, I mean, Dick Gregory, everybody that becomes successful, become an influence to the nation. They have to leave with some dirt on their shirt. Michael Jordan. I can go down to everybody. And now I say all that to say, look at Jay-Z. There's been times where they've had, news anchors say things like, Jay-Z's your husband, but he used to be a drug dealer. The higher ups and elites know what Jay came from. The higher ups and elites know how Jay's, how his empire was funded in the beginning. And with that being said, they can always backtrack on Jay-Z. If they were allowed to use lyrics, you understand, that is opening a whole Pandora's box that will start with drill rappers. And after they wipe out the drill rappers, they'll start looking at people like Jay-Z and Puff Daddy and all these other rappers, Benny the Butcher. And they'll start digging through their rhymes as well. And some of the things they rap about, there's no date. There's no ending to certain crimes. There's no statute of limitation. So things that Jay was talking about in Reasonable Doubt in certain albums, but especially Reasonable Doubt, if the DA and prosecutors could ever use lyrics to take you out, one day and sometime soon, You know the higher ups and elites, they have to humiliate you. They have to put you through them rituals. And that's how they would pin Jay-Z up. By going back and hearing him say things like, you know, lost 92 bricks, had to fall back. Had A1 credit, brought more crack. Yeah. So you got to know that the one thing that the higher ups and the elites do, and not just the higher ups and elites, but all the puppets that's being pulled by these strings in Geppetto, they use the kids. They use the babies to always soften the blow. Hey, we're doing this for the kids. Hey, we're working with the kids. We did this for the youth. If you look at any influencer, they all talk about what they do for the kids. They use that as a pillow for the blow they about to hit you, but we doing it for the kids. So this whole thing with Jay-Z in the lyrics for the drill rappers looks like he's making a move to help the youngins out. But in all actuality, he's doing it because he has to cover his own ass as well as Meek Mill. They have to cover their own ass from the lyrics that they spewed years ago that can be dug into, that can be brought back up. Because what you have to understand is capitalists, people that are capitalists are selfish. Every move is strategic. They play chess at the highest level. So they're always thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. And Jay-Z's a genius. He's a billionaire. He's a chess player at the highest level. He's thinking 4 or 5 moves ahead. And if you think 4 or 5 moves ahead, then you'll see the drill rappers that get wiped out. Smaller elite rappers that get wiped out. And then the big dogs get wiped out, because in our culture, we've been spilling the beans. We've been sending cryptic messages that could be broken into and be broken down. Telling the things that we do, telling the crimes we committed, telling the money we've made off the streets. It's all there. So yes, Jay-Z had to move this bill into place to protect himself. You use the kids, you use the youngins to soften the blow. Hey, we doing this for the kids, but it's really for self-protection and self-preservation. And it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. Coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my third angle. My third and final angle. My third and final angle. And that's the loophole. Oh, follow me. The loophole. This is the deepest angle, and that's why I saved it for last. It's the deepest angle, and that's why I saved it for last. The loophole. Now, Jay-Z and Meek Mill have just passed a bill saying, hey, they can't prosecute you for and use your lyrics and your rhymes to send you to jail, to give you life, to give you football numbers. They can't use your lyrics. And everybody's in an uproar. Everybody has something to say, and nobody's looking past the smoke and mirrors. It's really a trap because, again, Jay-Z and Meek Mill are puppets for the higher ups and the elites. So you got to know they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything to go against the higher ups and the elites. So they'll tell you that they passed a bill to stop prosecutors from being able to, prosecute you for your lyrics. But they're not going to tell you that the prosecutors, the DA, the state, the feds, everybody, they're going to find loopholes. Yeah, they might not be able to use your lyrics in a court of law, but that doesn't stop them from being able to study your lyrics, break down your words, and use it and use it as fuel, use it as ammunition in the courtroom. So them not being able to use your lyrics to prosecute you basically says, like, they won't be able to use your lyrics in the court of law, like play the lyrics for the juror. You understand? But that doesn't stop them from being able to still go to your YouTube channel, go to your Instagram, look through your stories, look through your songs, listen to your lyrics, pin a crime on you, and find another way to lock your ass up for life. That's deep. The loophole. Jay-Z, Meek Mill, no media outlet is talking about the loophole. So right now, Jay-Z and Meek Mill got these drill rappers thinking, hey, we can't be prosecuted for our lyrics. Let's go in. Let's talk about the ops. Let's talk about slide. Let's talk about the hitting. Let's talk about everything we've been doing, because now, yay, hip hip hooray, Jay-Z's saved us. But what they don't know is Jay-Z is highly invested in a company that puts the when you get the thing around your leg, your ankle monitor. That's what, follow me. Jay-Z is highly invested in a company that makes the ankle monitors for the probations, for the people on probation. So when he tells y'all that you can't be prosecuted for these lyrics, and then y'all get to spewing and continuing to disrespect the dead and continuing to tell all your business and continuing to snitch on yourself, the DA, the feds, the prosecutors are going to find another way, the loophole, to suck y'all in. Y'all going to jail for these lyrics. Jay-Z can't save you. The higher-ups and elites have already spoken. They've already put the play in motion. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but you got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. You got to have grown man business TV at all times. Jay-Z has just thought 4 steps ahead. He got y'all thinking y'all can now rap how you want to rap, talk how you want to talk. But I'm here to let you know that the DA, the feds, are going to continue to comb your social media, comb your lyrics, comb your songs, to find key words and key statements to send your ass to jail. It's not a good look for Jay and Meek. I'm not feeling that. I can congratulate them on being able to pass bills and create laws. That's major. But this one right here was a sacrifice. This one right here was the one when you walk through the door, where you pass a law to benefit the higher-ups and elites, and they know, hey, he's on our side. We can let them in. I mean, it is what it is, and they're going to do it right in front of your face. So the loophole, you got to know, they're going to indict more gangs. They're going to indict more rappers. They're going to throw more and more of y'all away for these crimes. They'll find a way to comb your lyrics and implement them into these cases. They might not be able to just use them to lock you up, but they'll be able to, pull and take what they want from the situation to throw your ass in jail. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight raw, pure, uncut. No extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. Listen, Jay-Z, Meek Mill, we giving it to you straight raw, my G. Straight raw, my G. And it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? You got to think to yourself, like, why would they pass a bill like that? Why would Jay-Z and Meek Mill, out of all of the things they could do for the community, pass a bill like that? You understand? And then you got to think about all the rhymes that Jay-Z has telling, important evidence, creating cases. I mean, if you go back into his archive, if you listen to his old music, he's telling a lot. Meek Mill as well. Maybe they're covering their own ass when it comes to this bill. But the one thing they left out, last but not least, is the loophole. You youngins think y'all got one over, but you didn't. They're going to still be able to pinpoint certain pieces of evidence, certain words, certain statements when y'all talking about these victims and these ops and these slides and these drills, and they still going to be able to press your ass and indict your ass and sing you up out of here. So don't let Jay-Z fool you. Don't let Meek Mill get you brainwashed into thinking you can say what you want. You will be held accountable for the words you spew, for the lyrics you say, just in another way. The prosecutor, the DA, the feds will find a loophole to bang you, to throw you away, to give you 100 years. Life. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan. Know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in.